All right, welcome to the program. Welcome to this very first episode of Media Watch. And I kind of wish that this first episode was just about the media, but it's not. The World Health Organization is going to pop into this one, and so are world governments and past presidents, but it's worth it. Trust me, by the end of this episode, I am going to show you exactly and primarily how the media in the United States of America has been so hypocritical when it's come to this issue. And the issue at hand is the naming of the pandemic. What is this pandemic called? What is the virus called? I mean, at home, what do you call it with your family? You call it coronavirus? Do you call it COVID-19? Do you call it the pandemic? Do you call it the official name it was given by the World Health Organization in February of 2020, which is SARS-CoV-2? Do you call it something else? I think there's been a lot of confusion because of all the controversy on what it should be called or shouldn't be called. And even on YouTube, early on, many YouTube channels were demonetized for even mentioning the unmentionable name coronavirus or COVID-19. So what's the deal with this? I mean, this is extremely strange. This never happens with viruses that are out there. Normally, and before 2015, viruses would primarily be named after the location of origin. You have things like the Spanish flu, Ebola, Hendra, MERS, and there's so many more. After 2015, the World Health Organization and other scientists decided to change up the naming process because they didn't want to offend anyone. Matter of fact, there are some scientists who are against that. They said you'll actually cause confusion. And you can see the confusion we're having right now. This statement here was from the Director General himself of the World Health Organization. You all know who I'm talking about, Mr. Tedros. And this is what he said about the name that they had to come up with. He said, "We had to find a name that did not refer to a geographical location, an animal, an individual, or group of people, and which also is pronounceable and related to the disease." So they didn't want in any way this virus to be associated with a group of people or region. I know you all remember back in February of 2020, March 2020, when they finally named this thing, the controversy between President Donald Trump and his perceived opposition in the media and world governments, and how Trump was calling this the China virus, the Chinese virus, the Wuhan virus, the Wuhan coronavirus. And the media really pressed back on him. And there was this back and forth going on. But my goal today is to show you how hypocritical the media has been. And I want to start here with the fact that the media had determined that by giving the virus a geographical location name, that was essentially racist, if not bigoted, or at least dense. And here you can see, this is from diversityncsu.edu, Chinese virus is a racist take, and here's why. I'm not going to read through the article for you. If you want, I leave the link below. You can look at it yourself. But definitely, they believe if you call it Chinese virus, it is racist. Here from National Review, all the way back in May 2020, you can see Kamala Harris. This title introduces resolution condemning the use of Wuhan virus as racist. This was from NBC News. GOP lawmakers continue to use Wuhan virus or Chinese coronavirus, and you can see the subtitle there. The racist rhetoric around the virus could potentially be a tactic in distracting from Trump's handling of the situation, Representative Grace Meng said. So what's the point of all of this? The point is I'm trying to set the foundation for you that not only did the World Health Organization try to name this something that did not refer to a people group or geographical location as to not offend anybody, but the media outright called this thing absolutely racist if you refer to the geographical location of origin, any people group, any country of origin, anything that could be associated with people. You can't do it. It's racist. You have to call it something else not associated with people. So now I'm going to go ahead and call out these hypocrites. Now, how are they being hypocrites? Well, if you've noticed, there have been a number of different variants of the COVID-19 virus or SARS-CoV-2 that have come out, and nobody has said anything about the way that they've been identifying these variants. This is from the Arab News. Existing COVID vaccines may protect against the Brazilian variant, Oxford study says. Oh, I'm sure you've heard of the Brazilian variant, right? Oh, how terrible it is. Don't get the Brazilian variant. It seems like nobody cares about the Brazilians when they're titling this as far as the virus is concerned. How about this from the Washington Post? U.S. cases involving Brazil variant on the rise, according to CDC data. Oh, it looks like the Washington Post doesn't care about using the Brazil variant. What happened to not referring to people groups or places of origins as to not offend anybody? It seems like the media doesn't care about Brazil or the Brazilians when it comes to offending them. And here's another one from NBC News. UK variant isn't linked to more severe disease or death, study finds. Oh no, the UK, the English, actually the entire United Kingdom. That's offensive. You're referring to a people group and a place of origin and an entire region. How dare you, NBC News, do that? Don't you know that's racist? Because it's not okay. It's offensive to associate this virus with people. How about ABC News? UK COVID variant more transmissible, but may not be more deadly, new studies indicate. Seems like ABC's okay calling it the UK variant too. I'm going to tell you this. All of the media sites are okay calling it the UK variant. All of the media sites are okay calling it the Brazilian variant. They don't even hesitate to say it. It's almost like they don't care or they're not worried about offending any of those people. How about this? I know you've heard of this variant. In rare instances, South Africa variant may evade Pfizer vaccine, researchers say. This from ABC News. How about from the BBC? COVID South Africa variant surge probably due to person traveling from Africa. Really? Probably. They don't seem worried about using South Africa variant and tying the South African people to the virus. How about WGN from Chicago? South African variant may be able to break through Pfizer vaccine, study finds. I wonder if the World Health Organization follows its own rules and does not refer to regions or people groups when it comes to these variants. Well, here's their own webpage and the disease outbreak news section. SARS-CoV-2 variant, United Kingdom of Great Britain. They're not worried about identifying it as the United Kingdom of Great Britain. And let's go ahead and finish this thing up with the BBC. What are the Brazil, South Africa, and UK variants, and will vaccines work? We should know better. Referring to the virus and people or geographical location that could be offensive and stigmatizing to individuals is racist and bigoted and dense, and it should be condemned. It is not okay. Our own media said it's not okay, and Director General himself, Tedros, said the World Health Organization cannot name the disease as such. So I guess after they named the disease SARS-CoV-2, any other places outside of China were fair game if they had new variants that popped up there, because China never had new variants popping up in their location. Actually, this report from the World Health Organization, Wuhan already had 13 variants of COVID by December 2019, WHO team finds. That's right, before there was even official quote-unquote transmissions to other people around the world, Wuhan already had 13 variants of their own. Has any variant been named after Wuhan or China? No, because that's racist. But South Africa, they're fine. Let's name a variant after them. They won't care. People won't mistreat them. People won't look badly towards them if we connect them with the virus. And the Brazilians, they'll be fine if we name one after them, and so will the UK. Well, why are we doing this? In my opinion, I'm actually okay naming the variants after the different areas. It makes sense. It's logical, because if the variant is found there first, we can look at that as the epicenter and track how it's traveling. Is this variant more contagious? Is it more deadly? Where is it and where isn't it? How densely is it impacting different populations? It's very helpful to name a virus or a variant after a location, including Brazil and the UK. My issue at hand is how they deemed naming this virus in any way with any connection to Wuhan, China coronavirus was in itself a racist, bigoted statement. Now, I get it. Donald Trump, in my opinion, when he handled this, he was far too aggressive and far too abrasive when he was calling it the China virus. He felt like he was being attacked by something he didn't cause. And everyone was condemning him because he wasn't doing good enough. President Trump did some things early on, like stopping flights from China, could have been better. He did stop flights from the UK and he stopped flights from Europe. It could have been better. He was condemned as he did both of those things. And there was more he could have done that would have been proactive and less divisive in the way that he was speaking. I get that. And because he was too aggressive, perhaps the media pushed back. But here's the thing. The media still called it racist. If you refer to that geographical region, you're racist. I think not. What say you? Leave a comment below. Thank you for coming along with me on this one. As always, I will catch you next time.